Hey everybody, it's Sean from Retaliation Resale, and I'm doing an eBay video today. Ideally, I would love to do an eBay video each week, and when I first started this, that was my intention. I only did one, and I've been spending the rest of my time doing primarily Amazon videos, but I want to get back into trying to make an eBay video each week, because I think it's very important. For me, I have been selling books on Amazon FBA, that's fulfilled by Amazon, for about 5 years. And I've only been selling books on eBay since April of 2023, so about a year and a half now. And I did it because I had books that I knew had some kind of value, but there wasn't a place to sell them on Amazon. There weren't listings, or it was a set. There were older books, and I knew they had value to somebody. Sorry, I've got cats. This little guy's elder. Look at the camera, buddy. Okay, I'll put him down. They have value, but just not on Amazon. And I have them at the house. They were in storage. This is heartache. Look at the camera. And they, I knew I'd be able to sell them eventually because they were just sort of on a shelf, like, what do I do with these? And finally, I'm like, hey, I will list them on Amazon, on eBay, and try to make some money. So the one item I sold a few weeks back wasn't actually a book. It was a pair of brand new boots that I don't need to use. So I listed them. I had them probably listed for about 6 months, and they finally sold. I took an offer, and you'll see those listed. But what I've been doing is I was up to about 150 items. And I only sell part-time. I spend about 10 hours a week selling my used books on both Amazon and eBay. And I had a lot of 1 and 2 off books. And I realized upon kind of thinking about everything and seeing what was selling is that I need to sell groups, bigger bundles, because that's what seems to be really moving. So I would have something like a couple of Jewish mom cookbooks or Jewish cookbooks. And those didn't do well. You'd think they would, and there's a market for that. But I think if I had 5, 6, or 7, they would have sold better. I did have about 8 books on milk production, and I had books on ice cream, on cleaning your dairy. And these were vintage books. They were older books. Probably the information was good, but maybe not as relevant. They were vintage books. I think I had 8. Like I said, I sold them for, I think, $12 to $15 plus shipping. That was great. I ended up making about $10 profit. These were books that had no value on Amazon. I don't know if somebody bought them that has, maybe a milk production museum, an old-time dairy farm or something. But anyway, someone found them of use, and that's basically what I was trying to do. Somebody wants them, I sell them, don't have to make a lot of money, I've got them. It's better than just donating them to the Goodwill. Obviously, I want to keep them out of the landfill. So I took my 150 items, I pared it down to about 50, and it's all primarily sets. I mean, I had the boots, but I still have mostly sets of books. And that's sort of my concentration. And I thought, if I'm not selling a whole lot, I can also talk about some of the books that I've listed. And you can sort of get a sense of what I'm talking about. So, this first set, United Pilots Association. And I just brought one book. There's a set of, it's 79, I think, to 87, skip 88, and there's 89. But this is basically just the newsletter. It's the newsletter from United Airlines for the pilots, the retired pilots. So it's the Retired United Pilots Association. No value on Amazon. There is probably a pilot somewhere that might want these. Obviously, if he's retiring now, this is from 35 or so years ago. But a family member might want to get these for a parent or a sibling. Somebody's maybe filling out a set. Maybe there's a museum somewhere, a small airport has a museum. they want to have a set of these on display. I'm not sure, but I'm not asking a lot of money. I think $22.50 for the set. Somebody will want these. Somebody will buy them. So this set is one thing that I listed. The other thing I listed is the Junior Classics. Junior Classics, the Young Folks Shelf of Books. This is a great set of books. Nice end covers. Really nice. Oops. Really nice color. There's volumes 1 through 10, and I think I have 6 or 7 of them. I believe the complete volume set sold for about $90. So you would think about half of them would be like, oh, $45, but it doesn't quite work that way. You can get kind of top dollar if you have the whole set. If you have less than half, you're going to want to charge substantially less than that. So I think, if you had half, that would be, $45. But no, I think I made mine like $25. The idea is to blow them out. This is from the 50s. People want them, not a huge demand. It's more of a demand for the entire set. But people will buy a smaller amount if the price is right. So you have to price accordingly. And that's something you just figure out. Maybe you have them listed for a year, you don't get any bites, you chop the price down, and all of a sudden you have a couple of people that are interested. Some people will haggle all the time. Other people will see the price and they think, okay, well, that's set in stone. That's the price that they're charging, so that's the price I have to pay, and I don't want to pay that much. Other people will, you have something listed for $50, and they'll be like, hey, how about $20? And you're like, what? So, the other set that I really like is History of the World by Ridpath. This is an older set, 9 volumes. I think I have it listed for $120. It sells about one set every 3 or 4 weeks. This set's in really good shape. Really nice marbled end pages. So this one's in pretty good condition. I think it's from the mid-20s. One copy has some like flocking, or I don't think might be mildew. I'm not sure. It's in the first couple of pages. I've shown a picture of it. It's priced accordingly. If somebody gives me an offer, I'll probably take it. But those are the 3 things I listed. But I want to try and get you to think about, well, I've got sets. What do I do? I've sold romance sets of, 50 romance novels. And it's not the kind of thing that sells at the used bookstore for a lot of money. But if you can get, I got them for free. So if you've got them for free, or somehow you've accumulated them, you can bang them out and you can get some good coin. This is a really nice set. So definitely in the 3-digit range. But the young folks set should be able to get some nice money for this. And the United Airlines, the retired United Airlines Pilot Association newsletter. It's just a volume of all their newsletters for the whole year. Somebody should buy this. And this is the kind of thing that I expect to sell. Don't know about the young folks. This will sell. This will definitely sell. But I'm more intrigued over the one that's the cheapest, which is the United Airlines Pilot Association, because you're not gonna be able to find this on Amazon. This is definitely an eBay item, and those are the kind of items that you should be selling on eBay if you're selling books. So there you have it. Next week I'll have a couple items that I've sold that I will talk about, and I'll also mention some of the items I've listed. I have a couple of books that are signed, including a Ray Bradbury book, which was signed and inscribed to a friend of his. So there you have it. I wanted to do a quick video about eBay, just letting you know it's still profitable. I'll give you my numbers for the last 3 months. I think it's about $1,200. So I'm selling about $400 a month. Again, this is money that a couple of years ago I wasn't making because I wasn't selling on eBay, and this money simply went to the Goodwill or the used bookstore or wherever else I was donating books at the time. So please think about sets. Think about sets. Sets sell, bundles sell. The more you have, the better. If you can get a complete set, that's the best. But the more of an item, the more money you can make. And on that note, I'll see you next video. This has been Sean from Retaliation Resale.